Yes. Now, implication, right? Anglo-American judges, through the process of hypelage. Ouch. Now, this is a big word that I've never seen before. But I just wanted to have a look at it. I've informed the Sheriff's Department, yes, that the state of Washington did not give this county any express or implied authority to use any forgery, yes, any fraudulent statement, yes, or any other violation of state law. The sheriff decided that he would not enforce the actual laws of the state, yes, and the federal laws. I'm telling you that when I said I want my sons, yes, you had an obligation to enforce the actual laws of the state of Washington. Now, you wouldn't enforce, yes, the rules of the manual for the sheriff's departments, yes, and hypolage, yes, it might not be in here. Hyperliteralization, hypertext, yeah, HTML. Oh, is that what it means? Yes. On a website to format text and provide. I was looking at these websites yesterday. Could you get me every web page and website that has any HTML on it? Yeah. Just run through the internet real fast and look at every web page and every website that has any HTML because when it says percent 22, and then a search a word, yes, or it could be multiple words, yes, yes. Then it says percent 22. The percent key is a 5, yes. But if you did 5 plus 2 is 7 plus another 2 is 9. But if you did not if you divide if you divided 9 by 3, you get 3 times 3. Now, considering the family's been doing a lot of reprogramming, could you get me all HTML programming on every web page and website? Yes, yes. I just, and then all percent tutus and percent tutus. For some reason, somebody thought we're going to use the percent times and tutu to have a search word. Oh, look at human rights. Oh, hub and spoke. We talked about that one time, didn't we? Yes, yes. Oh, and then there's the husband, a married man, a man who has a lawful living spouse. Is my lawful living spouse still alive? The woman that I married in Kosovo? Let's look at the expressed implied implications of issuing a dissolution of marriage. I never got a copy of it. Could you call Judge Rohr? Now, there's the express authority of law, right, to serve the respondent. Yes, there is. But you said you mailed it. Pooch. Mailed it to some other address. Yes, because I didn't get it. Oh. Now, you did serve me a petition for dissolution of marriage, right, at the same moment as arresting me. Yes. Does the law allow the sheriff's department to serve a respondent while arresting him at the same moment? Do you have the express authority of law? I don't think you do. I think you should have arrested me for the allegation of violating the protection order when Healthy Families of Clallam County actually got the phone call that day. But when you decided to take a phone call from Healthy Families of Clallam County 20 days later, filed a false police report, and then said, well, we're going to go out there and arrest him anyways. Let's take the dissolution of marriage and serve him at the same time, save some fuel. Little time on the part of the sheriff's department right now. Now, if I was to look at the RCWs, okay, the implied and express, I would say not only if it's a wrongful execution of a court order, as in serving somebody the dissolution of marriage, the laws specifically provide for the statutes that it is 100% illegal to serve somebody a dissolution of marriage while arresting them at the same time. Let's say I was involved in some sort of burglary. I'm running into a store. I'm ripping off all the available merchandise that I can carry with myself. I'm looting. Yes. The sheriff stops me. He says, excuse me, Mr. Budnick. Yes. You're under arrest for looting, and here's your dissolution of marriage. Does it matter? Yes. What you're being arrested for when being served a dissolution of marriage. Now, they thought, well, since we know he's the looter, right, we'll take the dissolution of marriage. Now, I know the law specifically does not allow for the sheriff's department to serve somebody another court proceeding while at the same moment arresting them for the allegation of a crime. We're in a hurry. Now, I informed the sheriff's department, yes. It is not only a wrongful execution of service, but to arrest somebody for the allegation of a crime where they could spend a number of years in prison. Pooch, I might have been in there until this very day. That's right. That's right. I wouldn't have been able to respond, and then, of course, my wife would have filed for a motion for order for default dissolution of marriage, just like she did. Now, it's so much easier to get a dissolution of marriage when an individual is in prison and unable to respond to the dissolution of marriage that they had to leave in the fifth wheel they were residing at when you arrested them at the same time for the allegation of a crime. That's right. Now, let's think about it just for a second. Does it matter, Pooch, what crime you're being arrested for when you serve somebody a dissolution of marriage? No, it doesn't matter. I know. I'm arrested. I know. Now, let's look at this whole motion for the trial, okay? You allowed for this fraud. Pooch. You allowed for that fraud. Pooch. You allowed for this fraud. Now, let's say we decided to have court hearings. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And she filled out all this documentation while you had arrested me at the same time as serving me the dissolution of marriage. It does not matter what the allegation of crime is. No, it doesn't. Let's think of a bad crime. Okay, something really, really, something that sheriffs dislike most. Let's say I decided to use some dynamite and blow up my neighbor's house. What do you think? The sheriff show up. Yes, I'm there. Big explosion. Yes. They say, Mr. Budnick, we're arresting you now for a large explosion that blew up your neighbor's house. Yes. And here's your dissolution of marriage. We're going to have to go fast today. It does not matter what crime you get arrested for when you get served your dissolution of marriage, does it? No.